I think when the race starts, the first 2 or 3 laps I'm quite emotional, but then I'm able to cool down. And actually sometimes I'm a little too cool. I think it helps, but sometimes it doesn't help so much. But you have to be as much as relaxed as possible. On the same time, you have to be very alert, very tense, very sensitive on your skin, on your ears, and everything you see to have a good feeling of what's happening around you. And it's a very difficult combination. But when you're able to centralize all that together and make that work, I think that's when you're on your best.
Now let's go down to the Penske pits. Emerson Fittipaldi's pit, Gary Gerald.
Paul, a lot of drivers have been complaining about loose cars. Sullivan had the push. Emerson is happy. He said the car's working just the way he wants it to. They expect his next pit stop will be right around lap number 60. He's a happy man at the moment, Paul.
Well, they're setting a fairly torrid pace. Mario's turning laps at 2:13.8. Lyondike and Fittipaldi are both keeping pace with the leader. We've just crossed over the 100-mile lap. We're at 43 laps, the 100-mile mark. So 1/5 of the race is already into the record book. Let's go to Jack Arute.
Well, not only is Emerson Fittipaldi enjoying a good day, your leader Mario Andretti has no complaints about the setup of his race car. Conversely, second place Arie Luyendyk, they did make a wicker build change that last pit stop because the car was very loose. Now they say they only have to have it one more time. They will do it in the next pit stop with tire pressures, but he is still a bit loose.
And you know, you can watch Mario as he runs around. He gets right down on the rumble strips about half of the time. Now this indicates normally that a guy's handling really good, especially when he's going fast.
Now let's go to Jerry Punch. Nelson Piquet is with him.
And Nelson, it was a short day for you. What happened?
Well, in the carburation, we had some problem with the engine. They think they fixed the problem, but from the start of the race, I had only 50 inch of boost, and the engine didn't have it. The engine didn't have any power. I was trying to hang him in there, but it was impossible. And after that, the engine blew up.
What about the passing? A lot of concern early on about passing. Can you pass out there in the groove?
Well, I have to pass in the straight. You pass in the streamline.
Nelson Piquet, the 3-time Formula One champion.
Keeping an eye, too, on another Formula One champion, the reigning champion, Nigel Mansell, as he's just handled up Arie Luyendyk and is now moving in position for an attack to the front of the field. The leader is still Mario Andretti.
Mario, you see Emerson Fittipaldi closely pursued by Nigel Mansell. I believe that Mario is still leading Arie Luyendyk. So we have 2 battles at the front.
As we take a look at the battle for the front of the field as Luyendyk, using the traffic, moves around Mario Andretti and picks up the lead of the race. So it's to Luyendyk.
All the traffic is really making a big difference. In the turn, they're all lapping the cars now. They're really getting bunched up. We watched Luyendyk working on that hard. The speeds were clear down to 195 miles an hour. So he took advantage of it.
So Luyendyk now at the front, turned to lap at 213 miles an hour to get that accomplished. So on lap 47, another leader of the race, Arie Luyendyk. Race started with Raoul Boisel in the lead, then Kevin Kogan took over, followed by Al Unser, Mario Andretti, and now Arie Luyendyk. You ride with Nigel Mansell.
Mansell is driving, by my view, a tremendous race. He's been cautious throughout, but he's staying more than just on the lead lap, which is a crucial tactical thing that you must do. He's pushing it very successfully with no mistakes.
That's Lynn St. James that sits just ahead of Mansell. Emerson Fittipaldi just passed by Mansell. Now tries to close. The traffic very definitely a factor, just as many of the drivers worry. Let's get an update on Nigel Mansell.
Well, in the midst of the biggest race of his life, Nigel Mansell radioed to his crew. He's enjoying himself. He says, I like the cautions. It's like stopping for a bit of tea.
Oh, come on.
That's the spirit of Nigel Mansell. I'll tell you what. He has enjoyed every minute that he has been here during the month of May.
The question is, will he continue to enjoy the race, though, because his Phoenix crash left his back really hurting. He had over 100 stitches. They've had to siphon blood out of a cavity there in his back, and I think as the race goes on, it's going to be tough for him.
Well, you know, as we watch him over here in turn 2, Sam and Paul, he gets through here really nice. He has a good line, he's aggressive, and he realizes that it's early in the race. So I think the guy's pretty smart.
Gary Bettenhausen moves around Lynn St. James, picks up 19th place as we continue to watch Nigel Mansell. You know, though, he's been injured in racing accidents before, twice broken his back. That kind of thing doesn't seem to slow him down at all. Here's the leaderboard of the rookies now in the field, led by Nigel Mansell, who is in 3rd. Robbie Gordon is in 10th. Just back at the front of the field.
Just remember that a defending world champion has never managed to win Indianapolis. And here is Nigel Mansell running a strong 3rd as we go 50 laps into this race. 1/4 distance.
Ari Luyendyk leads it. Just 0.4 of a second back as Mario Andretti and then Nigel Mansell. And you can watch both of them now as they close on the leader. It's a 3-way battle for the lead in Indianapolis.
Remember,
Nigel sets up his teammate. Nigel moves to the inside. Can Nigel and Mario make it side by side into one? There is a battle there. And Mario slams the door on Nigel.
There's no love lost between these two men. They were teammates years ago for Lotus in Formula One, but right now, this was a team that was originally a one-car team, Mario Andretti only. And then it became a two-car team when Mario's son, Michael, joined it. But Mario did not have in mind having the current world champion come over and be part of that team. He's handled it well. Nigel has handled it well. But believe me, they are deadly rivals on the racetrack.
Bobby Unser, this is a terrific battle.
Yes, it is. In fact, I was trying to get in on the line there just a second and tell you that Nigel really used good judgment there. Opposite of what he did at Phoenix, Bob, because he went under Mario. He technically, in our world, had him passed. But he backed off, let Mario go on in there. And
in traffic, Bobby, they're coming toward you again.
Yes, and Nigel's going to take another run at him. He's getting back down turn 2, coming off of turn 2, and he's really going faster than Mario. He's going to be trying some passes at the end of the straightaway, using the drafting to help him do it.
The Valvoline race summary after 50 laps, 1/4 the distance here as Mario begins now to poke his nose under the side pod of Ari Luyendyk.
One thing working for Nigel as we see him pursuing Mario here is that in a sense everyone in this race is a rookie, just the way he is because of the reconfiguring of the track. Everyone is trying to find out what's going on out there. Nigel showing Mario, sometimes you pull out like that just so that your rival sees you in the mirrors. You can try to shake his concentration. It's just a little hello, here I am.
Well, pretty soon he'll surprise you, Sam, and he'll drive right on by because he does have a little bit of speed on Mario right now.
And Bobby, don't think that Emerson Fittipaldi, who lies right behind him, isn't thinking, oh, look at those guys race.
On board with Nigel Mansell, Fittipaldi may drop off of this battle. He currently runs in 4th, but he is due to pit on the next lap. He last pitted on lap 16. That's the same lap that everybody at the front stopped on. So one would assume that there goes Nigel. He moves to the inside as they come across the line. And can he hold the line down to the inside? He does. And Nigel Mansell takes over 2nd place from his teammate.
We can tell each lap, each turn, he's getting more confidence. He just looks better going through the turns. He's more in a good racing line now than we've seen.
And here is Emerson Fittipaldi. Let's go to Gary.
Emerson Fittipaldi ducked into the wrong pit area momentarily, Paul. Then he found the right spot, and he's getting the routine service. We don't see any adjustments up front. Earlier, he radioed the crew that he loved the way the car was handling. He's away smoothly. Oh, on the outside, one of the Bernstein cars. They came within inches of each other on pit road.
These stops being made under the green on the 54th lap, the second set of stops in the race, though a couple of these are staggered. Let's watch Fittipaldi as he comes in, as Gary already suggested. He missed a pit. They wave him out of there. No, that's wrong.
That's incredible because that's way far away from where his pits are. But let me tell you, as having driven in this race, it can be very tough. You're headed down, everybody is waving at you, stop here, stop here.
And Mario Andretti, again, the green flag stop. Jack Arute is there.
It's a nominal pit stop for Mario Andretti, taking fuel and tires. You can see no major changes. I repeat, no changes in the handling.
15 seconds in and out for Mario Andretti as he accelerates on that newly constructed access road coming out of the pits. And at the front of the field, it's now Arie Luyendyk, but perhaps not for long as Nigel Mansell sweeps around. And Nigel Mansell, the rookie, who he's the reigning world champion, is in the lead, Bobby.
Paul, you have to notice that was a pass on the outside. Nobody has told Nigel Mansell that you can't pass out there, especially when the racetrack is slippery. That was a fantastic pass.
Nigel Mansell is capable of doing a lot of passes that some others may not.
Bobby, when I talked to him earlier this year at his home in Clearwater, I asked him what made him better than the others, and he gave me a couple of evasive answers, and then he said, well, I go into the turns faster than they do, and that was evidence of it right there.
And Nigel Mansell now heads into the pits. He last stopped on the 16th lap. This is lap 56, so he's carried the car a fairly good distance, and Jack Arute awaits his arrival.
The first pit stop of IndyCar competition at the Indianapolis 500 for Nigel Mansell. Trying to slow him down, he locks it up but hits the marks exactly. As we listen and you watch, no changes on Nigel Mansell's car either. They're going to live with it the longest part of this activity to take on the fuel, and he is off and away in 16.7 seconds.
Jack, this team has really hit the setup when you think about it. Both their cars in and out of the pits with no major changes of any kind.
Mansell moves back to the fight. Arie Luyendyk picks up the lead, but he is due to stop at any second. In fact, he is already on pit road as well. So here is the leader, Arie Luyendyk, and that will give the lead of the race back to Al Unser. Now, Unser last stopped on the 39th lap. This cycle we're seeing are all drivers that stopped on lap number 16. Arie, too, seems satisfied with the car. No obvious changes. Let's go to Jack.
And Paul, they have made a wing adjustment on Arie Luyendyk's car. They are still having problems. And in 15.9 seconds, they changed the front wing and the rear tire pressures, trying to cure the loose condition.
So with those stops, Al Unser picks up the lead of the Indy 500. He's running laps at 200 miles an hour. His son, Little Al, currently runs in second place. And Arie Luyendyk came out of the pits running in third. We'll be back.